Alright guys, so here's my recommendations for the upcoming AliExpress sale, which is starting I think this 28th, but I'll quickly go over the best practices to get the best prices and stuff in case you don't know. I don't think I've mentioned this in another sale video before, so I thought I'd mention it in this one. So the best way to do it, if you follow the stores you're buying from, then they give you some discounts occasionally. They call it like follower discounts, I think. Also, try using the app instead of the website, because they have slightly better prices as well. So those two things alone should make quite a big difference. Also, before you buy these, obviously the sale isn't started yet, so if you add them to your basket, or your cart, whatever you want to call it, then keep them in there, so when the sale does start, you'll have them in there ready to go. You're not going to go through and try and find them all again. So it just makes it a bit easier. Also, before you do actually finalise your purchase at the time of actually the sale starting, make sure you check the stores and the actual listings for the specific watches you're going for. Make sure that you don't miss out on any coupons or discount codes they have in there, because they tend to have some, especially around sale times. So again, that'll help get the best prices. So when it comes to these watches that I'm actually going to recommend now, I'm going to do it slightly differently. If you watch my channel for a while, you'll know I do it a little bit differently than some others. I'm not going to recommend stuff that I don't have hands-on experience with. So all of these watches I've actually reviewed, so I'll leave the links to all the reviews down in the description, as always, so you've got all the information down there. So you know exactly what you're going to be getting, because we all know AliExpress listings can sometimes be a little bit misleading. Sometimes the pictures and the descriptions can be either wrong or just they can tend to lie sometimes. So that's why I don't recommend stuff I haven't actually had hands-on experience with. So getting back to the ones that I'm actually going to recommend. You might know some of these, hopefully you won't know all of them. I've tried to mix it up a little bit, add in a few different ones that you don't see on a lot of other channels. If you've been following my channel for a while, you might know some of them, but as I say, it depends how long you've been following me. So also, with I think it's one or two of these, I actually have separate discount codes myself, so if I do, I'll leave the information on screen for them at the time of showing you the watch, and I'll also leave them down in the description as always. But enough waffling, let's get down to it, see if they're any good, see if you want to pick any of them up. Let's jump in. So first up we've got this Seagull Barrow style watch, which I do really like. Really nice looking dial. They have a few different colour options. It's nice and minimalist, suiting the Bauhaus style. So if you're into that kind of thing, this is a really nice option. And this has got the ST1701 movement. And it's also got a really nice, really soft strap, really comfortable. Seagull branded, genuine leather, signed buckle. Just a really nice piece if you're into that kind of style. And with this one, I've actually got a discount on top of the ones that the store will have. So if you do the discount code HONESTWATCH, you'll get $20 off. And that's on anything on the store if you spend over $200. So really nice option. Nice discount, and then on that on top, you're getting a really good deal, I think. Definitely recommend this one. Next up, we got the Seestern Monster Homage. This is the snowflake dial version, which I do really like. Really nice dial, really cool, really interesting. And the finishing on this is really good. So you can see we've got the NH36 in this. And again, really nice finishing. Drilled lugs as well. Nice finishing on the bracelet, nice little bit of depth on those centre links, just add a little bit of interest, and a nice case back as well. Just a really nice overall piece, and they have some other interesting dial options too if you don't like this one, so I definitely recommend this, because the finishing is top notch, and it's actually got pretty good loom as well, and it's actually got that nice loomed date wheel, well, day date wheel, which is not something you see all that often. So that is really good. Next up we've got the Escapement Time 36mm King Seiko Homage, which is just an absolutely beautiful looking piece, especially with that blued hand. Really nice touch, and then the nice high polish on those indices just catching the light. Same with the case, really nice, really elegant looking, and it's just a really good piece. Quartz. So it's got a VH31, so mecha quartz kind of style, so you've got that almost smooth sweep of the second hand, but then you've got the benefit of quartz, so you don't have to wind it. when it comes to the strap on this one, this isn't the original one, so I recently changed it out. If you saw my short video, this is a Crazy Horse kind of style leather one, which I do really like. I think it goes really nicely with this. I actually had it on the 40mm version as well, so now I got the same thing on this 18mm version. So this is the 18mm strap. So I'll leave a link to that down in the description as well as the watch. Next up, we've got the Keaoirus Bubbleback Homage. So this is one I reviewed pretty recently, but again, I've switched out the strap on this, which again showed up in that shorts video along with the Escapement Time. So it's just a vintage kind of style leather one, nothing too fancy, but I think it just suits the watch better. Plus it reduces that bulk that the NATO added, because it is a pretty chunky watch anyway, with it being that bubbleback style and that domed crystal as well. So you want to reduce it as much as you can. And then the movement in this is the NH38. So that's the no date specific version, which is good because obviously we don't have a date complication. And then the finish is just really nice, as you can see. And we've actually got a pretty good loom too, even though it is a printed dial. Next up, we've got the Baltany Dirty Dozen Homage. So this is another really nice piece. I've not had a bad one from Baltany yet. They're all really good. So really nice dimensions on this one, 36mm. Relatively thin case, nice domed crystal, which is sapphire. Just a nice vintage retro look. And Baltany's all have really good loom as well. So you don't need to worry about that. It's really good. Really nice finishing overall. And a nice leather strap as well, with matching hardware. And again, just a really nice piece. So the movement in this one is the ST1701. So again, pretty nice movement as well. So carrying on the retro look, we've also got this Sugess Breitling Homage. So this one's a little bit more funky than the previous Baltany, but again, another retro kind of look. So high polish on that, really nicely finished. Nice signed crown. And again, nice domed crystal. But it's all about that dial with this one. Really nice. Just really interesting, something a bit different. That lightning bolt hand as well. Those rounded squared subdials. Just a really cool looking piece. And then again, it comes with this orange silicone leather strap. If you don't like that though, you can get a black one, and I think they also have a leather option as well. But I just had to go with this. And then the movement is the really nicely done ST1901. And we all know these are really nice movements. Yeah, they're getting pretty old now, but they're still really reliable. I do like it a lot. So next up we've got the Steeldive Tuner Homage. So everybody knows about their Willard Homage, but this one is just as good. Got a nice ceramic bezel. You've got colour match date window. You've got plenty of loom on there. The loom is just as good as the Willard. Really nice. Nice compact look to lug. So despite it being a pretty large case, it will wear nice and a lot of size as the wrists, which you may not expect. Nice signed crown. And then when it comes to this bracelet, this is really nice as well. Really nicely done. For the price, it's a cracking deal, this one, I think. So with this clasp, I've actually swapped this one out. This isn't the original one, so I'll leave a link to that down in the description as well. This is a nice milled one, because originally I think it comes with a pressed one, but once you upgrade that, it's not an issue at all. Makes a massive difference to the watch, I think. It's really nice. Do like it a lot. And the movement in this is the NH35, so rock solid movement as well. Not got to worry about anything. Just a great all-round piece. So if you're after something a little bit different, this is where this one will come in. So this is the Shirryu, I think that's how you pronounce it, or Heimdallr, depending on where you're getting it from. They name it differently. Kanagawa Great Wave. And it's absolutely beautiful, this one. I've had a couple of Kanagawa Great Wave watches, but I ended up keeping this one and selling the other one, because I just really love this one. That lovely domed crystal. almost like a bubble crystal. We've also got a sapphire bezel on this, and it's white, which is a nice touch, and it's also fully loomed, as is the dial. I won't show you that now, but if you check out the review you can see that in all its glory, because it is really cool. It's just a loom monster, this one. And then we've got the NH35 in this. Nice case, nice finishing, mixture of brushed and polished, all nicely done, drawed lugs. So this is another strap that I've swapped out, this isn't the original one. So I'll leave a link to that down in the description as well. It's actually a nice one because it's a quick release too. And it's FKM rubber as well. So definitely recommend picking up that, or just picking up a couple of others for other watches. But definitely you want to check out the full review of this one, even if you don't want to buy it. Next up, we've got the Matic Explorer Homage. So I recently did a comparison with this, the San Martin and the Bleecker. If you want to see what I thought, check out that review. The link will be down in the description. But it's just a really nicely done piece. Nice finishing. No obvious issues. Nice dial. Although it is printed only, no applied indices, but it still has good loom. And then the movement in this is the NH38. So that's the no date specific version of the NH35, because obviously we don't have a date complication, so it is nice that they've used the appropriate movement for that. So next up we've got something a bit different with this Reef Tiger. So this is the RGA 8238, and as you can see we've got a really crazy high dome on that crystal. I absolutely love that. Really cool, and really nice finishing overall as well. So if you're not keen on this gold one, they do actually have stainless steel versions as well, but I just really like the way you've got that nice combination between the blue and the gold. Just think it works really well. And then the movement in this is rock solid as well, so you've got the NH36, so not got to worry about that. When it comes to the leather strap, we've got matching gold colour for the butterfly clasp. Really nice, really soft leather strap as well, because I've had this for quite a while now and it's still holding up well and it's really comfortable. And I've quickly show you that movement, just going to zoom in. It's actually got a custom rotor on it as well, with the Reef Tiger branding, and it is gold, so really nice touch. And you can also see as well, got a quick release on that strap. So just overall, really nice piece. Something a bit different, not your usual. So if you're after something like that, check out the full review, and as with all the others, links are down in the description as well. So that's pretty much it for this, guys. So I'll leave links to the other AliExpress recommendation videos I've done in the past if you want to check them out. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.